Coming up on Valley News Live at 10, some residents sound the alarm after being notified of a fee change regarding a flood diversion project.
How officers are cracking down on speeding in South Fargo after they clock one driver going triple digits.
Plus, what's behind a popular camping destination's second lockdown this week? Valley News Live at 10 starts right now.
This is Valley News Live at 10.
New at 10 tonight, the owner of the Africa Restaurant and Nightclub is asking the city of Fargo for more time.
Fargo City Commissioners are meeting tomorrow at noon to consider an immediate interim suspension of the club's liquor license.
Just yesterday, the Liquor Control Board recommended suspending the license. Francis Brown, the owner, told Valley News Live moments ago that he and others are trying to address the concerns brought forth by the city.
We're working on changing the management, the whole entire management team. We're working on changing all the security and bringing a legitimate security, the ASPs and other security that will protect the place. And we're working on changing everything so far. So we're asking them to give up more time, yeah.
In May, a man was shot and killed outside of the restaurant, and police have reported other incidents of underage drinking and fighting.
The police chief from Fargo says it has put a large strain on resources and public safety. We'll be at tomorrow's special city commission meeting and will provide you with an update.
In South Fargo, a speeding problem is getting worse. Last night, a vehicle was clocked going more than 100 miles per hour. The speed limit in the area is 35.
Valley News Team's Aaron Walling spoke with the officer who made that stop and tells us what police plan to do.
South, according to Fargo PD.
And as the vehicle went by me, I could see that he was traveling very fast.
When the officer saw the speed gun reading 105, he had to do a double take.
I was able to lock in his speed with the LiDAR unit, and I kind of had to look twice. 3 digits, you don't see that too often. It's 105 miles an hour.
Officer Fauski says it's a common problem. Any given week, they get 2 to 3 calls about this issue on 52nd Avenue South.
Especially in that area for sure. It might even be higher than that. But it's a pretty common problem. Traffic complaints are one of our highest, complaints that we have.
It's not just dangerous for the drivers, but for everyone around them. There are numerous neighborhoods nearby.
I think a lot of people are tempted to open it up and see how fast they can go, but unfortunately there are a lot of residents down there as well.
Fargo PD has laid out some consequences for speeding and aggressive driving. You could have your license suspended or lose it completely. For that driver clocked at 105, it was a $450 ticket.
So we want to educate people, and again, if you can be very specific, if you know who these people are, we have our tip line, you can call dispatch.
A reminder from Fargo PD to stay safe on the roads. In Fargo, Aaron Walling, Valley News Live.
And if you see someone speeding excessively or you see aggressive driving, call the number on your screen, 701-451-7660, or your local law enforcement.
A Moorhead couple is offering a $1,500 reward tonight after they say their puppy was poisoned in their backyard and died. Jason and Shelly Blotsky say it happened in the 3200 block of 4th Avenue North last month after their 7-month-old Jack Russell started throwing up, having seizures, and ended up at the emergency vet who suspected the dog had ingested some sort of poison.
And he even asked, do you know anyone that has anything against you, anyone that would want to hurt the dog? Which just kind of threw us for a loop.
The Blotskys are asking whoever did this to come forward and anyone with information to reach out to them on social media.
Tomorrow, the COVID vaccine clinic at the former Gordman's building in South Fargo will be no more. Gordman's has been used as a vaccination clinic since January. Sanford says it's no longer needed as people can now receive the vaccine at their primary care provider and walk-in clinics. Health officials across the region are urging you to donate blood as the supply is still holding at critically low levels. Blood supply has not recovered from the pandemic as many blood drives are continuing to be canceled. The experts say with the summer also comes more trauma cases, causing a compound need for more blood donors. Health officials are urging you to donate because the shortage could lead to more negative impacts.
It can be something that can really cause issues for patients that need those elective surgeries. It's not like they can be pushed off forever. Those things need to happen.
For more information on where to donate, visit our website at valleynewslive.com and click on this story.
If you haven't already, some Fargo, West Fargo, and Horace residents and businesses within the limits of the Cheyenne diversion will receive a letter regarding a possible fee change.
That led to some residents reaching out to us with concerns. Valley News Team's Nishay Taylor breaks it down for us.
The Cheyenne diversion has been in place for more than 30 years. It was built to protect parts of Fargo, West Fargo, and Horace from flooding when the Cheyenne River overflows, like in this video of the flood of 2011. This form of flood protection is one that residents and business owners pay a fee to maintain.
Every 3 years, the board reassesses the project so that any new property that's been developed gets brought into that district, because otherwise they won't be paying, similar prices to their neighbors to maintain that project.
Letters were just issued to 11,000 residents and businesses about a recent maintenance assessment regarding possible fee changes. It didn't say if they'll be paying more or potentially less, just that the fees might be affected.
As you add more properties to it, you could actually reduce the maintenance assessment over time. If the funding needs are flat, but you've got more people paying in, it could be actually a benefit to those residents that are already paying that maintenance levy.
Still, some residents are angry, under the impression this would be a second special assessment associated with the FM diversion. Lisney says the letter is strictly for the Cheyenne diversion, not the FM diversion. As far as the FM diversion goes, officials for the Fargo Auditor's Office tells us there is no special assessment. Lisney says the fees are worth it. Homes and businesses under the protection of the Cheyenne diversion are not required to pay FEMA insurance, adding the maintenance fees are put in place so the diversion can stay maintained and accredited by FEMA. Nishay Taylor, Valley News Live.
Lisney says that fee change is based on projects needed for the diversion. If you'd like us to investigate an issue in your community, call our whistleblower hotline, 701-237-6576. and leave your tip. A member of our team will get on the case and go to work to expose the truth.
Good news tonight out of St. Paul, where Minnesota lawmakers are avoiding a government shutdown. Tonight they passed what lawmakers call historic funding in schools, buttoning up the remaining part of the $52 billion budget. It pumps more than $1 billion into schools over the next 4 years. Lawmakers say several $1 billion in federal COVID relief money made the deal possible without raising taxes. What's left now before lawmakers is a bill providing $1 billion in tax breaks, though it's not essential, before tonight's midnight deadline. A popular camping destination, Wiley Park in Aberdeen, South Dakota, will be fully reopened tomorrow after the park went on lockdown today for the second time. Police say a person stated intention to cause harm to others at the park. That individual was taken into custody. Less than a week ago, the park temporarily closed after a probable explosive device was found. Police are still investigating, and the South Dakota Division of Criminal Investigation says it's sending a bomb squad to assist Aberdeen police. The Department of Homeland Security is concerned political tensions could lead to major problems this summer. The DHS says that the same false narratives and rhetoric that fueled the January 6th siege on the U.S. Capitol could result in an uptick in violence. They say there's an increase in the number of extremists who believe former President Donald Trump will be reinstated this August, adding extremists have acted violently in, quote, a furtherance of conspiracy theories.
An invasive species was recently discovered on a pontoon boat planning to enter Lake Audubon. It's raising concerns among environmental activists about what'll happen if they enter North Dakota's bodies of water. North Dakota Game and Fish has already removed an infestation of zebra mussels. They store toxins that can be harmful to birds and fish that eat them. Advocacy group leaders say the incident represents an extreme threat to state waterways, adding it's important for everyone to be vigilant, looking for zebra mussels on their equipment.
You may have noticed that there are a lot more ants out on your patio this year than normal. Experts from North Dakota State University say it's because of all the dry weather we've been having. The drought makes it easier for the ants to move the soil and build tunnels.
The dry soil doesn't allow the grass to grow quite as much, so there's more bare spots out in your yard. So that's another reason water your lawn to keep the grass nice and lush.
If this is a problem at your house, you can kill off the pests with any ant bait poison, which you can find at hardware stores.
Still ahead tonight, survivors calling it a gut punch. What's next after Bill Cosby's sudden release from prison?
But first, Hutch is back, joining us with the all-important holiday weekend forecast. Stay with us.